Hi guys, JTech here. In this video, we will review a new mice from a new brand called GITOPER. Before anything else, I would like to thank them for sending this in for review. Rest assured that all the things I will say are my own and not being paid by anyone. Right? Let's do this. GITOPER is a brand new or a newcomer to the PC gaming industry. I do not know much about the history of their brand, but they do have a website and a Twitter or X account. I provided the links in the description or in the pinned comment so you can just check them out. So first, let's do the usual unboxing. Let's talk about the shape. Well, I already tried and tested an exact shape like this before. I won't describe this as an aggressive shape, but more like a relaxed low profile shape for medium to large hand. The length is measured for around 124.6 millimeters. It's good for palm grip, and the width is around 66.8 millimeters. It's good for any type of claw grips. Mid part of the sides is surprisingly narrow and the lower part is wide and curvy. So fingertip is very doable on this mouse. Hump is not too high. It measures around 38.7 millimeters, a bit slant and wide. Honestly, it took me around 3 days to get used to this shape, and so far I am liking the low profile vibe of this mouse. If you're familiar with the Razer Viper Ultimate, you will like the shape of this mice. So the weight is around 57 to 58 grams and the weight balance is just right, but the sensor placement is a bit backwards. There are 6 buttons and 1 toggle for on and off, and it has only one indicator for both DPI stage and battery status. The coating is okay for me. I've seen worse, but this one is acceptable. Skates are also good, especially the color. It matches the overall design of this mice really well. You may also place the free grip tape included if you find this mice a little bit slippery, especially if you have a dry hand like mine. Overall, I really like the color combination of this mice. The design and the shape is good, but the side buttons are one of the weakest part of the mice. And both pre and post travel are so bad. Here's a quick sound test and quality test. Gaming with this mice is really nice and comfortable, especially when you're already used to the shape. I just noticed that the primary clicks, the M1 and M2, are a bit heavy and loud. Even the switches are blue shell pink dots, which I find it weird because they used to be light and crispy. I guess it's just the hollowness because this mice is a bit bulky, but luckily I encountered no sensor issues during my testing period. If you're doing a wide flicks, especially if you're a low sense gamer, you will need a decent amount of space on your desk because this mice is not small. Just keep that in mind. Stock skates are okay, not too slow nor very fast. It's very controlled but not muddy. Also, I have to mention the encoder. It is really rough, and yeah, it's a TTC gold encoder. It's always been like that. I would also like to mention that this mice has a good amount of durability. After a week of gaming, still there are no any signs of flexing, creaking, and rattles. So that's a big plus for a good gaming mice. The battery is 300 milliamps and it should last for about 70 to 80 hours on a single charge, which to me is good enough. And just like I said a while ago, the side buttons are the worst part of these mice. They are very mushy and squishy. If there's one thing I want to change on these mice, it's the side buttons. That's just it. It really annoys me while gaming. Software is very handy and straightforward. You can adjust your settings easily, and yes, there is no option for motion sync. By the way, if you're having problems loading your other mice software, if you have one or if you have two mice, make sure you close this one first before opening the other software. So let's do a quick comparison. Here I have an XM2WE from Endgame Gear. Even though they have similar size, but GITOPER G2 is lower, flat, and relaxed, as you can see. Even if they're both low-profile mouse, the XM2WE's hump is very aggressive. The primary clickers are also lower, and you can notice that right away. I say the G2 is more like a slightly smaller Darmoshark M3 and a Viper Ultimate shape that looks like a G Pro Super Light. It's a bit weird.
Holy moly!
So for a $69.99 gaming mice with the quality and features like this, honestly for me it's a bit pricey. Even if they included the free extra skates and grips, still for that price it's a bit high. I mean, you can already buy a Pulsar mice or a VGN Dragonfly F1 series with a 4K receiver with that kind of price. Honestly, also, if they can lower the price to a sub $50 to $55 price range, then I think that is the sweet spot for this G2 gaming mice. Or if the G2 gaming mousepad, which I reviewed recently, is included with that price, then this will create an instant attention to many gamers out there.
Yes!
Lastly, I would like this new brand to maintain a good QC or quality control service, because that is the most important thing to prioritize if they want to become a well-known brand. I know GITOPER is still young and a newcomer. I hope they keep on improving and make their own product design and bring more interesting and innovating products in the future. Overall, I say this mice is a decent one for gaming and productivity, but fell a bit short on its current price. But if you head on to their website and buy directly from them, you get a $10 off if you're a first-time buyer. I think that $10 discount is good enough if you really want to try this mice. So that's all I can say for now. If you find this video helpful, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time. GG.
Victory!